My last video took 7 months to make, and it was just 5 minutes of me talking about video editing. It didn't take 7 months because editing was hard. It took 7 months because I was always finding a new reason to hate it. I changed the script, the music, the editing style. I was looking for problems that didn't even exist. And maybe you're doing this too, with a video, a drawing, your portfolio, or even a channel you'll never start. You keep changing things because you can't stick with an idea for too long. So today, I want to show you 2 rules I use to finally finish my videos. So let's talk about overthinking. For a long time, I thought I had a perfectionism problem, but it was actually a decision problem. Every time I committed to one version, my brain immediately imagined a better one. What if this intro was funnier? What if I use another editing style? What if I change the niche of my channel? Take my character, for example. I've redesigned this thing, I don't know, probably 30 times. Every version had something wrong. Too generic, too childish, and I kept calling it improving. But honestly, I was just avoiding making a decision. Because once I picked one, that was it. There's no way back. Sometimes we confuse improving with changing. Adding effects, rewriting scripts, and redesigning things can feel productive, but those things won't save your creation. They are only valuable if they can actually solve something, if they can help your viewers to understand you better, allow you to create more consistently, or make your identity more memorable. So the first rule I created was the decision lock rule. Before starting a project, I decided what can change and what cannot. The idea, the style, the structure, and the deadline are locked. After that point, I'm not allowed to ask, what's the best option? I can only ask, how can I make this option work? Think about it this way. If you plant a seed, but every single day you replant it somewhere else, trying to find the perfect place for it to grow, it will never grow at all. The same thing happens with your videos. If you keep changing it every single day, the project never gets enough time to actually become something. Because the goal isn't to find the perfect version of your video. The goal is learning how to finish the version you choose. And especially if you work with video editing, this is a skill you need to build early. Most of the time, your clients won't let you completely change the direction of a project. You'll have to work with the decisions that were already made. So learning how to create something great within those limits will make you a much better editor. But even after learning to stop changing everything, there was another problem. I was still spending way too much time trying to make every tiny detail perfect. And that's when I created my second rule. It works like this. 70% of your project, it's about execution. The script, the structure, clean cuts, good music, things that actually make people enjoy watching. The other 30% is where perfectionism lives. The endless tiny adjustments, the small details that only you notice, and those are things you can only spend time on if you actually have the time to do so. So give yourself a short time limit for that 30%. When the time is up, post the video, because the important part is already done, and you avoid over-editing details that won't make a big difference. Because here's a secret. Your audience doesn't see your video the way you see it. They haven't watched it 100 times. Well, I hope so. They aren't looking at every mistake you've made. They are only asking one question. Is this interesting? So if you already spend too much time on a scene, maybe it's time to accept that it's good enough and move on. Because the longer you work on a project, the more you start to hate it. Yesterday I liked this intro, today I want to delete it, but the project didn't change. I did. Things take so long to move forward that you start losing motivation. Simple tasks begin to feel much harder than they really are, not because they are difficult, but because you've spent too much time overthinking them. Finished projects teach you how to make better projects. The only way to know if something works is by letting people see it. A lot of people talk about how difficult it is to start something, but worse than that is abandoning it halfway through. Yeah, I still overthink, but now I don't let it control my videos. Whenever you want to restart something, stop and ask, what problem am I solving? because overthinking steals this from us: confidence, experiences, and enjoying the process. This video might motivate you, but there's no bigger motivation than seeing your projects out in the world. I hope this video helped you. If you're struggling with overthinking, tell me in the comments. I see you in the next one. Bye!